Welcome to this lecture about commutative property, a fundamental property of algebra. So let's get started. Basically, the commutative property tells us that, for example, a plus b is exactly the same thing as b plus a. So this is going to be equal to b plus a. There is no difference between them. You can remember this property as the commutative property because we have a plus b here. Even if we flip the order to b plus a, the sum is still going to be the same thing. So if we apply this to real numbers, and we say 3 plus 5 is equal to 8, we know that 5 plus 3 is also equal to 8. It doesn't matter which order we add all these numbers together, and the result is still the same. Just because you commuted these values to a different location, just because you swap the location and put the 3 to where the 5 is, and the 5 to where the 3 is, the sum is still the same. This is going to work for addition, and it is going to also work for multiplication. So when we have x times y, which we also can write it as xy or as xy, these are all different ways to write multiplication. X times y is going to be equal to y times x. It doesn't matter which order we multiply them together, and the product is still going to be the same. And if we apply this to real numbers, we will see that it is true. We know that 2 times 7 is equal to 14. If we commute the value and switch the order, we put the 7 to where the 2 is, and the 2 to where the 7 is, and we say 7 times 2, we are still going to get 14. The result is still the same. The important thing to remember is that commutative property, it works for addition and multiplication, but it does not necessarily work for subtraction and division. So for example, for subtraction, if we say 5 minus 3 is equal to positive 2, if we flip the order and we say 3 minus 5, that is going to be equal to negative 2. They are not the same thing. So it doesn't necessarily work for subtraction. If we do division and say 4 divided by 2, we get a positive 2. If we flip the order and say 2 divided by 4, we get a 1 over 2, not 2. So again, they are not equal. And we can say that commutative property doesn't necessarily work for subtraction or division. So just remember, the commutative property for addition and multiplication tells you that the order of addition or the order of multiplication does not matter. You are still going to get the same result. That's it for this lecture for commutative property. We will see you in the next lecture.